Welcome back, everyone, to Parental Advisory, Chronicles of the Sandwich Generation. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
It is. So let's say
Happy Merry Christmas.
Yes, Happy
Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
all
the holidays that people celebrate because of their faith, because of their value systems, and because of their culture.
Yay.
Happy holidays.
We are so excited. This episode is dedicated to Christmas because we celebrate Christmas over here in this holly jolly family.
Yes,
and we have a few traditions that have gotten a remix now that mom and dad and grandma and grandpa, everybody's here.
Yep.
And we're no longer in the DMV, so we're gonna catch you up on how the Christmas holiday looks a little bit different, right?
That's right, Tori. And look, it does look different, but yet at the same time, it's still really special. We're creating a lot of great memories, and that's what life is all about, is you've got to learn how to flex, you got to learn how to adjust, and make those things along the way, but still create the great memories that will last for years.
Exactly. So we're gonna get settled in. And we're gonna walk you through some of our favorite traditions, the ones that have kind of stood strong through the years, and then we're gonna kind of bring you into 2024 and let you know what we're doing now. And maybe you'll be able to take some nuggets or some tips of how to navigate the holidays for you and your family. So, without further ado, Parental Advisory starts right now.
So let's talk about some of the holiday remixes and how we've had to shift and change. First, I want to start out talking to you a bit about some of the ways that we celebrated Christmas and our holiday season growing up, right? And so not only just Christmas, but Thanksgiving was another big holiday for us, but we always got together as a family. And we used to rotate whose house it would be at, but for those of us who had a house big enough to host a family. So sometimes it would be at my house, sometimes it would be at my brother's house, but most of the time it was at mom and dad's house. And they lived out in Brandywine, Maryland, which is the suburbs of the DMV. And they had a nice little farm ranch home, so to speak, with a lot of land around it. But remember, it was in the DMV, so it was extremely cold, so we were all inside.
It was a true winter.
It was a winter, which I don't miss. I'm so glad to be in the Florida area, because even today, as we shoot this episode, it is a beautiful 78 degrees here. But that's one of the things I love about Tampa. But back in the day, whenever we were celebrating the holidays, we would get together at mom and dad's house. Fireplace would be on. That was a wonderful thing for dad to go out and get the firewood and bring it in and create the fire. And we would have breakfast that morning, and then all of the family would all start to gather in. And then we would have a big Christmas tree. And at those times, they were live. Now we have graduated to doing all artificial trees that don't, where the needles and all of the things don't fall
all over the floor.
Exactly. But, you know, and the smell of it, you know how you love the smell of a tree? Get you a candle and spray some stuff in the air, you'd be all right. But what we do now is, what we did then, let's just go back to then.
Well, go back to your Christmases.
So my Christmases also became your Christmases, because we would get together and then we would all have Christmas presents under the tree, and mom and dad would kind of pass them out, or sometimes I would help pass them out. Everybody would get their little pile in front of them, and then we would all take turns, and you got a chance to open one gift, then the next person their gift, next person, and then it start all over again. Then I get to then open my gift again, and then my brothers open their gifts again. And it was just a wonderful experience to be able to share love and memories and get some of the really nice things that that many people want. Many of us have wanted, because mom and dad were always good about asking for our Christmas list. But mom was the one that did mostly all of the Christmas shopping, and she loved she wouldn't do gift bags. We kind of graduated to gift bags now too. But back in the day, everything was wrapped, and it was the joy of unwrapping the gift and the paper and throwing it all over everything. So it was really, really nice. And those were the days before, even before gift cards. And so it literally were gifts, like hard gifts, tangible gifts that, we were able to enjoy. So that was a part of it. And then Tori comes along, and all of our kids start to come along as well. And they became a part of that when the grandkids came around.
And this is also back in the day when my mom was the family historian. And so she had her little camcorder, and she was going around. And I'll take you back to like 1997. And that was, I think, the first one that I remember seeing.
You were 3.
Right.
Maybe it was 98.
Was it?
4. Yeah.
Okay. Because Brian and Joey were there, and it was just Christmas. We were the only 3 grandkids at that time. Bernard wasn't there yet.
That's right.
And I remember seeing that footage, and it literally was all of us gathered in this nice little living room, but it was cozy, and we had the piles. But I'm going to take it fast forward a few years now, my mom and I moved out of, well, we were never in Maryland. We would travel to Maryland because we lived in Virginia.
Yeah.
But remember the Christmas at Newtown Court?
Yes, that was amazing. So I had just built a new home in Richmond, Virginia, and Tori must have been maybe 4 or 5 years old.
I was older than that.
You were? Okay,
yeah.
she was
I
a little
was
bit
like
older.
7 or 8.
You were? Okay.
Yeah, because I was standing and walking and like playing. My hair was long. I was a kid.
Well, 4 and 5, you'd be standing and walking too. But okay, 7 to 8
Remember
years
the
old.
picture from the staircase?
And your long ponytails?
I was good.
Okay, so she's probably about 8 or 9 years old. All right, but she remembers that.
Yeah.
And so I just built the home, and that was a wonderful experience for us to then bring the family to Richmond, Virginia. So everybody came down, and we did the same thing. Gathered in my family room and had the fireplace on. It was still cold at that time too. Had breakfast and
music
blasted
through the house.
Dinner. Love, love, love. Always had to have the Christmas music playing, and it was like the Temptations, the Luther Vandross, yes, the Michael Jacksons and the Jackson 5 Christmases.
Yes. Motown Christmas.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So that was always playing as well. We always had a lot of food, a lot of fun, a lot of laughing, and certainly we opened up the gifts then. And I remember too, that was a year where we had like this huge, we had this beautiful staircase, and the whole family was lined up the staircase, and we took our big family photo, and then we started doing that each year. So that was really, really nice.
It is.
So
this year, and that kind of makes up my Christmas memory. So I want to share with y'all some of my favorite Christmas moments, even with my mom. So we had a lot of family time, but the holiday season for me and my mom really is not just Christmas Day. We like to do from
like the weeks.
We do
weeks up.
We do even
after.
before Thanksgiving. We've kind of already gotten into the spirit.
Yeah.
So we were driving around to go see Christmas lights.
Yeah.
My mom and I love to just get in the car and we would put on some good music and we would just meander around wherever she found lights. And I was a kid, I just remember, I didn't know the logistics. I just knew it was just like a winter wonderland.
Yeah.
So that was a big Christmas memory. And then, of course, trimming the tree together.
Yeah.
So that's our thing.
That's our thing.
Don't dare touch a tree if I am not in the house.
At least the main tree. Because now
she
I've
has
gotten
6
to a
or
place
7.
where we like put up trees in like every room now.
No, but when
really
we had
amazing.
the central tree.
Yeah, the big family room tree.
The official tree.
The official tree where all of like the family ornaments are on there.
Yeah.
And we trim it with all of the lights first. And see, there is a methodology for even how you decorate your tree.
And we're very picky about it.
Right. See, what you do first is you gotta, first of all, we go out and buy a couple of trees when Christmas is over because everything is like 50 to 75% off.
Life hack.
So we'll go get another one as well. But we like to get like the 7 to 8 foot trees.
Okay.
And then we'll open those up and then
separate
bring out
the
all
branches.
of the branches and stuff.
Make it nice and full.
That's right. And then you have to put the lights on, right? And you start with the bottom, which is the larger, wider part of the tree.
And you put the lights on the inside first.
That's right. Inside lights.
Yep.
And then the outside lights.
There you go.
And then we start to put in, we've got these really nice little pieces of fruit and little...
Were we always doing that? I feel like that just came around in the last 10 years.
Yeah, I saw that on like a interior design show. And I saw that, they were putting those little things in there like
partridges.
Yeah.
Is it a partridges?
Little partridges, but fruit, limbs of fruit, and you just put them in there on the limbs and branches of the tree. And then you start to decorate it with all of the different bulbs and stuff. But I actually got to a place where I started collecting them.
I was gonna say, you have a collection of ornaments.
Yeah, I would go to like vintage shops. I would go to, and I couldn't afford it at the time, but I would love to go to like the Macy's and the Saks Fifth Avenues, and they would always have these gorgeous, these ornaments. But the ornaments was like $20 and $30 a piece. So I would wait till after Christmas was over and 75% off and go and get them at dirt cheap. And every year I'd get maybe 3 or 4 and just keep adding to it. So now I have this collection of all these beautiful, expensive, like
really
ornaments,
nice.
right?
Yeah.
And then we would make some of our homemade ones, like every year.
I gave you a collection of ornaments.
Yes, go ahead and talk about yours.
So half the tree are my arts and crafts.
Yes.
Through the years, that I think is so sweet that she's kept them and she cares so much for them and she wraps them just as nicely as she does.
They are so special.
The ones that they do in kindergarten with the little, the little macaroni art and the picture frames and your fingerprints.
Yep, and you had to put your picture every year in one of the little frames. So I have different pictures of her through the years.
And she kept them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are on there. Our puppies through the years.
Yeah, our puppies through the years. We made ornaments into this. As a matter of fact, I've even requested this year, because Tori always, that's a whole other thing we'll talk about too, is how hard it is to buy for me for Christmas. So I've gotten into this habit now of saving a few things that they can buy for me for Christmas, because they're always asking, what do you get the woman who has everything and gets it when she wants it and just totally goes on Amazon or online and she'll have it the next day?
And the rule of thumb is, Mom, you're not allowed to shop for yourself 3 weeks before Christmas because you have to let folks buy stuff for you.
I know, yes. So I've been doing better.
Right, so our ornaments are very sentimental. They're very our taste, very our style.
Yeah.
You're gonna see a lot of eclectic variety. But that's one of our favorite traditions, is doing that together while we watch Christmas movies.
And I think, too, one of the things that we should do, and we'll include it in one of the outtakes, is we're going to go down to the Christmas tree and we're going to share with you a few of some of our most special ornaments.
Oh, that's a great idea.
That would be wonderful.
Our
we haven't
favorite
even planned that.
ornaments.
That's not even something we talked about.
That's cute.
But we should go down right after we film this. We're going to go down and do a couple of outtakes, and we're going to look at some of our favorite ornaments, and we'll talk a little bit about them. So you get a chance to see some of those when she was like 3 years old, when she was 5 years old, and just the cute ones now. And so we don't have necessarily any more of you doing picture frames and stuff like that, but we've got some where
I make them for the girls.
Exactly. Yeah, we've got some with the puppies.
Yeah, and our third and final Shirley and Tori tradition is, do y'all know those claymations from like back in the 1920s? And it was like the first.
It wasn't the 20s.
Girl, it was Burl Ives and Andy Griffith and like the old
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
It had to be in like the 60s or 70s.
Frosty the Snowman.
60s or 70s.
The Year Without a Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Heat Miser.
Yes, that was the shows.
We watch those religiously every year. Have them on DVD. We got the box sets.
I know. But now we can go to Netflix or Hulu and Amazon and find them all on there.
And it's really
that's a thing.
And it's not Christmas unless we watch
those. And we
those.
sing every song.
Yes.
Put one foot in front of the other. Yes. And soon you'll be walking on across the floor, out the door, or something like that. So we love those kinds of shows. So that's some of those traditions that are so fun. And now,
I was going to say, tell them about your tradition.
Let's talk about what we're doing now.
Correct. So how we have integrated Grandma and Papa into our tradition, and then allowed them to also bring some of theirs into ours as well.
Exactly. So Mom helps us decorate too, because Mom has the interior design bug, and I got it from her.
She's the OG.
And then Tori's got it from me.
She's the OG.
She's the OG of the family of interior design. She's just always had that eye. As a matter of fact, my mom used to own a floral shop, and she used to do weddings and all kinds of events and stuff. So she could make all of these little flowers and decorations. She used to do all of that. So she's got that eye, and then I picked up that eye, and now Tori has that eye as well too. But that's some of the things we love to do. So we'll go around not just put up trees, but we put up some of the garland and lights, we put up the wreaths, and we got wreaths on all the front doors. We got candles in every window, and now she helps us with the multiple trees that we do. Like I got one in my office because I want to sit in my office and I want to look at my tree all day. And then the same thing in the family room. We got another one that sits in our like dining room. We call it our crystal room because I got a bunch of crystal Chinette stuff in there. But anyway, that's the kind of things that Mom loves to do. Now, Dad is not as big on like all the Christmas decorations, but he loves the lights when we put the lights up outside.
I was going to say, and if you all remember from a few episodes ago, when we asked him his favorite song, Papa was trying to act like he didn't like Christmas, but he really loves Christmas.
He loves Christmas. He does.
He loves
and
Christmas.
Immediately started singing the Temptations, Dreaming of a White Christmas. Yep.
That's not Temptations though, but good stuff.
Yes.
So this year, what did we do, and what did we decide we were going to do for them this year?
So, and we did it the last couple of years because remember, my parents had been snowbirding first before I ever got them to move here. And so what we've been doing every year is having it at my home. Tori, when she was living in Orlando, would drive up and spend Christmas with us. So it was kind of like the four of us.
Yeah.
And we just had a great time just doing a lot of those same things, opening up Christmas gifts. That morning we would get up and have breakfast, and then we would open up our gifts. The good thing is now we're not spending as much money as we used to spend because it was back in the days when the kids were younger and they cared a lot more about it. And Mom was like, look, she didn't got to the point now. She's like, look, I'm not giving y'all older kids any more gifts. Y'all time
we stopped getting gifts at
gifts.
17. Yeah, Grandma.
She still gives them some, but
not
you know,
money.
She's
She gives
getting away from it now.
Yeah.
She's
But
like,
I mean,
nope,
she
y'all
also
too old
has
for that.
13 of us.
And
to worry
she's
about.
retired and she's on a fixed income and she's like, y'all all got jobs,
Correct.
2 or 3 jobs, so it's your time to give back to us.
Correct. And
So,
it is.
I love it.
I mean, we're not mad at that at all.
Yeah, so that's some of the things that we do now here. So they did enjoy, like we did this. Like this is the first year that we're here. No, second year. But the first year was kind of a blur because they were just getting here in November.
Right.
And so we didn't get a chance to do as much for Christmas. But this year was a big thing. And I loved it because when we finished Thanksgiving dinner, we went out back and we hung lights and we hung some of the big Christmas balls
I
in
posted
the backyard. And Tori did. She did post that.
Yeah.
Where we were just putting up lights in the little palm trees
That
back
was
in the
fun.
back, which was a lot of fun. And so Dad has helped string those lights, and he takes a lot of pride in and seeing his handyman work with the lights and stuff. But he's gotten to an age and stage now, which we'll talk about that in the next episode or two, where there's some shifts and adjustments that we've had to make as a result because Dad doesn't like to go up high in ladders like he used to. Like when you turn 80, 81 years old, you're not trying to go up 12 feet in the air, right?
And honestly, as
some differences.
And as you elevate in life, I just feel like you get to a place where you can outsource.
Outsource it and pay somebody else to do it too.
And then just enjoy it.
Exactly, if you can do that, which is great. But it's some of those kinds of things that we really love. So Christmas is going to be like, Thanksgiving was the turkey and all of that, but we always think about what's a themed kind of food that we want to do. And so one year we did like all the ribs and all of that kind of
Barbecue.
stuff. Dad smoked that.
Yeah.
So this year we're going to do the big seafood layout. So we're doing the crab legs, the stone crabs, the blue crabs. Tori's going to make some crab cakes. And she was also talking about another dish that she's going to do. She's a foodie. And we're all foodies because we can all cook.
We can all cook.
And so, so we're going to do the seafood layout this year. So I'm excited about that.
I think I'm going to do scallops. You want me to do scallops?
No, scallops is going to be in my seafood soup. So we'll have that as well, too. So we're going to do the seafood thing. And guess what? If it's 75 and 80 degrees, we'll be right out back and we'll get a chance to kind of hang out and enjoy sun. Now, Tori doesn't think it's the best Christmas if it's not snowing.
I wanted to talk about that.
I beg to differ. It is the best Christmas when you can be in and outside of the house. You can walk, go take a nice walk at the park. Oh, what? It's still Christmas.
So I remember when she first came down here and she wanted me to have Christmas at her house, and it was the Christmas that I would not be going back to the DMV because she's like, we here.
We here.
Girl, it was 99 degrees.
What?
And she's talking about something. I'm thinking I want to go to the beach. And I said, not on Christmas.
Oh, yes, you do.
But
yes,
the fact that I love having 4 seasons, right? A distinct summer, a distinct spring, a nice fall, and a distinct winter. Not only just for the fact of the feelings, but then the fashion. Like, there's nothing like winter fashion, boots and scarves and your pullover sweaters. Like, I have had 0 luck with finding good winter fashion in Florida because everything is 80 degrees outside.
Duh, that's why you move here. But here's the benefit of it, is that you still get to enjoy all of the Christmas. You were just telling me about this weekend. You went down to Christmas Lane, and then there's ice skating that you can go to, and then there's Busch Gardens that turns the whole park into a Christmas wonderland, and then there's boat parades, and then there's golf cart parades. I love it. See, that's the kind of thing you can do here that you can't do in those cold climates. But it was amazing to see all the golf carts decorated up for Christmas, and then to go down to Treasure Island and to St. Pete Beach and see all the boats and then they have decorations, and then they have the contest. I love it's just all in we call that the holiday remix.
Yeah, it's
which
a remix.
means you got to rethink.
That's true.
You have to embrace it differently.
And it's not that it's not fun, because we have a blast.
Exactly.
I love the merriment. I love the cheer. I love the the fun of it all.
It's
They've done a great
joyful,
job.
very joyful, yeah.
But you look at the Hallmark movies and you see the snow falling, and there's no need for a fireplace here because it's not hot, it's not cold.
A couple of days of the year here in Florida, it gets down as low as the 30s and the 40s.
Okay.
That's a good time to turn on the fireplace.
We get 2 days
because we've
a year.
had it a couple of times already.
Yeah, you get
and that's
2 good
nice.
days. 2
But
good
you know
days.
what? I think for me, because I'm such an outdoorsy person and I'm really active, I don't want to be confined to the house all the time, and I don't want to have to keep dressing up and all these layers of clothes to go out and freeze. Now, as you get older, and many of you will understand this, as you get older, your blood thins a little bit, and you don't want to be as cold. And as you get older with our parents, I don't want them being out when it's ice and snow.
That part I get.
That's dangerous.
Now that is the only drawback of up north winters. It's so treacherous.
And they have to stay in like 3 months out of the year and not be active and mobile and be able to get out without us worrying about them on black ice or slipping and falling and that kind of thing.
But that's the difference between our generations. My generation is not thinking about staying inside because of slipping and falling. I'm ready to go outside and enjoy the snow. I want to go ice skate. I want to go see the lights. I want to experience the whole magic of Christmas morn, But that's because I'm younger and I can do those things more with more agility. I'm sure when I get into my 40s and 50s like my mom, I'll start to decide that maybe warm weather is okay for Christmas. But right now, I get 9 of the 12 months as heat. I'm okay for 3 cool ones. I'm all right. It's okay. It ain't gonna hurt nobody.
It's all good. All good.
So I do want to wrap up, but before we wrap up, talk to me about your favorite things.
Well, we've hit on a couple of them. And my favorite things, really is the decorations and the festive moods that it puts us in as we get a chance to go out and see how people do it. I love the family coming together and helping to decorate the whole house. And we're doing more of it. Every year we graduate to more and more stuff. So like the first year we just did lights on the outside and 1 Christmas tree. Then this year we're doing multiple trees. And then there are some trees. I keep a tree up all year round. So every year I put up a different kind of tree, but I have one that I keep up all year round just because it makes me feel festive and joyous, and I love just how it looks. It's a beautiful look, and I do it to where it doesn't look Christmassy. It just looks festive, and it matches the decor of the home. So,
and my mom is also the person that leaves her tree up past February.
I do. The lights guy, when he comes and puts them up outside, I had him come up this year, second week in November, and I was like, and don't come back until the second week in January or February.
Correct.
So
Valentine's Day.
I want to see them as long as possible.
I'm with you.
Oh yeah, I love the lights.
Christmas lights, I don't know what it does. It just brings out the best in people.
Yes, I just get into a whole different mood. And when we talk about, and this time of year too, because look at the year we've had. Like, this has been an exhausting year. It's been a political year, lots of rhetoric. We've been experiencing so much division and divisiveness, and I'm glad the election is over. But there's also been just a lot of business challenges. And there's
inflation.
Economy has shifted so much in the rates and prices for food and gas and homes. All the interest rates were high. It was just a lot. So we just have needed to exhale, and I couldn't wait until, it was holiday season of Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I'm telling you, the first week in Thanksgiving, we were starting to decorate, and I'm keeping them up until, because it was an exhausting year.
It was.
So it was time to just switch my mindset, put on the Christmas music, watch the Christmas shows, all things family, wholesome, love, everything has a happy ending, and that may be a what they call an imaginary world, but I'm gonna stay there for a little while.
It's okay to
I'm gonna stay there for a little while, because I love it. Everything ends in a wonderful, happy ending. Everybody falls in love.
Everybody lives happily ever after.
So that's some of my favorites and I also love to give gifts. So this is the time for me too. Every year I would go to the Walmarts or the Targets, and I would just go and show up with about 20 or 30 gift cards that I purchase when I get there with $100 on them, and I would literally just at random walk through the store and just give them to people and say, happy holidays, God bless you. and just be a blessing to people. Or sometimes I would just stand up front at the cashiers and I would just rotate and just go up and just say, okay, for this next one, I'm going to pay everything. So just go ahead and charge it to this card. So it was a blessing to be a blessing. And this year, instead of doing that, we were able to give so much relative to the hurricane relief because people are still really suffering. That's some of my favorite things to do, is not just to receive, but more so to be a blessing and to give to others this time of year. And that's one of my favorite things, not just for the holidays, but year round.
Yeah.
What about you? What's your favorite thing?
These are a few of my favorite things. I love the simple things. So a certain playlist, so that includes Luther, This Is Christmas. That includes the Motown Christmases. I feel like music kind of just sets the mood. And so for me, that's what kicks me off into my Christmas spirit. So those are my favorite things. That's a good, here's a good one. I just thought of it. My mom and I, we like to go watch people ice skate so that we could laugh.
It is the funniest thing for most of the people who don't know how to skate.
Gosh, it's so innocent. It's so wholesome.
Look, it's the falls for me.
It's so wholesome.
I'm just going to go ahead and say, oops, I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and say it.
And you'll never see us on the ice, but we'll be on the side,
we're on the
hollering. And don't know any of these people.
You'd have thought we failed because we be on the floor hollering at some of the people who have, it's the falls. It's how they fall.
Yeah.
And some of them be on dates, and some of them be with their kids, and they be trying to show that they all smooth.
Rolling
the next
across
thing
the
you see
ice.
is 2 feet going up in the air. And it's just the funniest thing.
So
we laugh at stuff like that too. That's really funny.
That's one of my favorite things.
And watching all the Hallmark movies and the Lifetime movies and all of the Christmas holiday movies, that's a thing for me too. I love that. Me and Mom have been doing a lot of those Christmas shows, so I've been really, really loving those.
Yeah, and we have a favorite things quiz.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do the favorite things quiz.
So, I'm gonna see how much I know about my mom's favorite things, and she's gonna see if she can guess my favorite things, and we're gonna take this little quiz of sorts. Okay, so I'm gonna ask a question.
Okay.
And maybe in my mind, how do I know if I have the answer right? I'm gonna ask the question to you.
And you tell me.
If I knew that to be
ask
true.
it, I'm gonna answer it, and you tell me if I'm right. And then if I'm not right, then you answer it. So.
Or I ask the question, and then how about I give you my answer and you tell me if I was correct or not?
That's what I just said. Okay.
Oh. She said it different.
I know.
Okay, fair. Okay. What is my all-time favorite Christmas movie?
The one that I was singing earlier, put one foot in front of the other. I think that was The Year Without a Santa Claus is one of your favorites. That one or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
It's going to be a Year Without a Santa Claus.
Okay.
Hey.
And quite frankly, that one is mine too. So it is? Yeah, I love that one. That's always the one. And then the other one where she sings, I'll be so blue. Thinking
I sang that the other day.
About you. Were you thinking about Mimi?
Mimi.
Oh, she lost her dog a couple of months ago.
This is my first Christmas without Mimi in 17 years.
And we always dressed, that's another one. We always dressed the girls up and we would take them to Petco or PetSmart and let them get their little Christmas pictures. Not with Santa Claus, but just
But they
be
would
there.
sometimes
PetSmart. But most of the time it was just a nice Christmas picture.
The girls were always a part, no matter what girls we had, because we've always had dogs, always had fur babies.
Yeah.
So, 1 year was Sasha, and then it was Sasha and Mimi.
Yep.
And then Mimi for a long time, and it was all of them. And then
now
we have Chloe and Riley. And we do the matching dog dresses, and
we do.
They love Christmas too.
Yep.
So this is my first year without my girl.
Without Mimi, that's right.
And I was 13 when I got her. You got her for me as a Christmas gift.
Yeah, she was 6 weeks old. Yep.
So,
Mimi.
Oh, Mimi.
Brought such a joy.
Yes, she did. Yeah. So,
all right. So we both have the same favorite Christmas movie.
Now I was going to say, what's our favorite Black Christmas movie? And I say that because there's a genre of Black Christmas movies.
I know, but I love This Christmas. That one?
And I was going to say Almost Christmas.
Okay. All right. About the same one.
Yeah. The one where
I love this
he's
Christmas.
learning how to make the sweet potato pie like his wife.
Yes. That
That's-
was so good. I watched that one the
Yes.
other day, too.
That's one of my favorites.
Oh, he didn't, and that was starring Monique, because at the very end, it goes off where she's like, you did this.
You did
And
this.
they're just kind of
With Danny
celebrating
Glover.
together. Yes.
That's such a good one.
I love it. Okay.
Your turn. Ask me a question.
Favorite Christmas song?
Your favorite?
Yours.
What is my favorite Christmas song?
Think about it, because I'm going to tell you which one I think it is.
Okay. Hold on.
Now, all of you know that she is definitely a Michael Jackson fan, but I don't think that one is her
Not for
favorite
Christmas.
Christmas
Not
song
for
to
Christmas.
sing to. But I think your
To
favorite
sing
one,
to is different than of all time.
well, if you like it of all times, you sing it. Okay. Work with me. So let's see. I think yours is maybe, is it a Luther song? Is it a Luther song?
Yes.
Every year? Every year.
I'll be here every year,
Yes,
every Christmas.
I love that
I
song.
don't know how love.
Yes.
That's a great album, by the way.
It really is.
But neck and neck, Go
Yeah.
for Broke,
Uh-huh.
is Nat King Cole.
Yes, okay.
Chestnuts roasting
Yeah,
by
love that one
the
too.
fire.
Yeah. Look, what's so amazing is I introduced her to all of these, the movies, the songs,
Yeah.
the traditions. I love it. And I
Okay.
wasn't too far off because she really likes it. Your genre is my genre and your jam is my jam. I love it. Okay, here's another one.
Okay.
What was the first Christmas gift that you remember me getting you?
Now, girl, you know I don't remember that.
Okay.
I was living in Green Hill
I'm
Place.
gonna tell you one thing it was always from me. I tell you what she didn't have.
Santa.
She never had a Santa Claus. I was her
Never.
Santa Claus.
Oh, she
From
popped that
zero-
bubble soon.
Oh yeah, I ain't never pop it. I just told her, look, I'm the one that gave you every one of these Christmas gifts.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't no Santa Claus. I know your friends talk about they believe in Santa Claus, but I worked too hard. I'm a single mom, and I
All the
saved
credit.
all year for this, for
Yeah.
these gifts.
Okay.
They came from me, not no Santa Claus.
Correct.
So anyway, the first one you remember me giving you. Well, okay, so what was your very best, most memorable Christmas gift that I ever gave you?
Mimi.
Okay, all right.
That's
I'll
a fair
give you that one.
trade.
I'll give you
I
that one.
loved me some Mimi.
Okay, and do you remember what the favorite one that I love of your Christmas gifts? I told you not too long ago.
You did.
I did.
And it was a list of them, though, because I did. Okay.
Yes. Do you
Was
remember?
Was it the 50 things I love about
No, that
my
was
mom?
my birthday.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Was it?
What, you just got it?
Yes.
What?
It was when I did Legacy Box, and I turned.
No, not that one. Okay, your best Christmas gift to me was she literally wrote out why she loves me so much.
Did I not just say that?
No, you talking about the Legacy Box was where you
The
had all
first
that
before
stuff in
that,
it.
I said the ways I love you.
No, you talking about the 50 ways. You put them in a little glass vase.
Okay.
And you named all these 50 one-word attributes about me. That was for my
wasn't-
50th birthday.
Okay, so Christmas is when I did this
Why you
SHIRLEY.
love me. Yes.
The acronym of Shirley.
Yes. And and you put it in a frame.
Oh.
I still have it. And that's one of my favorite, best gifts. It's the gift that keeps on giving. And that never, ever gets old.
What about the commissioned art piece I have of you and the girls that got painted?
That was recent, but that wasn't my most memorable.
Okay.
No.
Fair enough.
I love it. But that
Okay.
wasn't my best gift. It
All right, so
was
let me
that
ask
one.
my question to
Okay.
you.
All right.
What is, your favorite Christmas scent?
Ooh.
Because she does not like vanilla and she does not like peppermint.
Oh,
So
can't
what is
stand neither one of them.
So what's your favorite Christmas scent? I'm going to say. I'm going to say. It has to be something with like a sandalwood or a musk.
No. It has to be something fruity for me.
Really?
Something fruity.
For Christmas?
Yes. And here's the thing. I'm not even big on all of the Christmas candle scents. If you get me Japanese cherry blossom candles,
Correct.
I'm good.
Correct.
And
I
that
wanted to
comes
say
from
that.
Bath and Body Works. I love all things cherry blossom.
Okay.
And it's Japanese.
Japanese
it's
cherry
Japanese cherry
blossom.
blossom. But they have the gels. Anybody that want to bless a sister, they got the
She
gels,
loves
the
those.
soap, they got the shower.
Yeah.
Stuff that you put on. They got the lotions, the body mask,
great
the scrub,
fragrance, the wallflowers.
And they have the candles.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So love the candles.
What's your favorite Christmas song?
We already talked the same ones you like too. I love those. Yeah.
Okay.
Those are some of my favorites.
Okay, and what's your favorite ornament to put up each year? And we're going to show you in a minute, but what is your favorite one before we go down there?
It's two of them, right? It's one where it's one of the most expensive ones that I got from some of those sales that were at like Saks Fifth Avenue at Macy's. So it's one of those. And then the other one is obviously the gifts of the dogs on the ornament tree. And then one of Tori's that she made for me and it was cute. She was smiling. Yeah, and it was I think it was like the big shoe. It's a shoe, and then there's a picture of you in the shoe.
Yeah.
Yay.
That's so cute.
Trying to say I was old Mother Hubbard. Go ahead. Okay, let me ask you one. What about...
Oh, your favorite Christmas dish.
Oh.
Not to make, to eat. And I'm going to guess your favorite Christmas dish. And I'm going to go for dessert.
Yes. I was thinking
it's going to be your triple chocolate cake, your dark chocolate cake.
That's one of my favorites, too. Yeah. I make it and I eat it.
Yes.
Love that. And
it's the bomb.
And a cheesecake. Love
when have
cheesecake.
You ever had cheesecake for Christmas?
Girl, not for Christmas, but it's like a holiday kind of thing. And I love if you can get me a red velvet.
I've never seen her eat a cheesecake for Christmas.
Oh, I love cheesecake.
But definitely the chocolate.
Yes, I'll go with the chocolate.
Okay.
That's good. What about yours? I'm going to guess your...
You know mine.
The butter cake?
No.
Oh, for Christmas. Dessert, Christmas. What does she like to eat?
I'm looking you in your eye.
My macaroni and cheese.
No.
Oh,
well,
what?
yes.
Okay.
But no.
My macaroni and cheese, what? Oh, that too. Something sweet. We both got sweet tooth. So she loves my cobbler.
Which
right?
one?
Apple, peach, and strawberry. But I think it's it's my apple cobbler that you like and the peach cobbler. Yeah, from scratch too. Love those.
From scratch.
Okay, got you.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
And then last question is, I'm looking from a list. I want to see. I want to make it good. What is a new holiday tradition that we should start this year?
I think we already started it.
Okay. No, we haven't started it yet. The trees?
No, the poinsettias.
Okay.
I love those. And so I got a few of them. They were at Walmart and they were just, duh.
They're right here.
Yes, aren't these gorgeous? Look at these, look at this.
She loves these.
So I went and bought like 6 of them.
Okay.
And just started putting them up my staircase. And these are the kinds too that are real.
Yeah.
And yet these are flowers that you can have year round. Now I'm a green thumb like my mom. My mom is a green thumb as well.
I am not.
We're trying to teach her how to keep plants alive.
I'm gonna do a faux plant kind
Right.
of
We don't want her just to keep hope alive. We want her to keep the plants alive. So we actually, you see just a little bit of the poinsettia in the middle, but the rest of these you'll see are beautiful. Like they've got all kinds of different greenery in here that are year round. So all you had to do is put like a cup of water in them once a week.
Oh, I forgot.
So that was one.
I gotta do mine. I forgot to water it
So
yesterday.
we got Tori 2 of them this year. So the poinsettias decorating like
That's
that,
cute.
I think is a good tradition.
Yeah.
And then I think the other one I would love, and I told Tori this too, is let's start doing more videos of our stuff together and then showing it the following year.
She loves those little montages.
I do. The memories, you can't buy that.
Yeah.
What about yours?
A tradition I want us to do. I want to get the family into coordinated outfits for pictures. I want us to finally master whether we do a color scheme, whether we all have the same shirt, whether we all, I love for the family photo to have some sort of aesthetic. But it's hard because there's so many of us and there's so many men in the family. They don't care.
Yeah.
And I'm just the only one holding up the Christmas banner, and they're looking at me like I'm crazy. But I would love it if my mom could get on board and Grandma and Papa could get on board, and then we all have a really cute family picture in front of the Christmas tree, and everyone's wearing something of the same
Yeah.
theme.
I love that.
Yeah.
The other thing I would love for us to start is let's start taking pictures of our Christmas and then putting that in the ornament. So it's not just you and the girls, but then it would be family ones.
And that was in the movie that you saw with Tia and Tyreek, because they did that. And me and Elise,
loved it.
me and the girls were like, oh, we're starting that
That's
tradition.
right. Love that. I don't know where you all are, but please comment and tell us, what are some of your traditions? What are some of the things for you that you love to do, love to eat, love to sing? What's your favorite Christmas movies?
Yeah.
These are some of the things that we're continuing to build. We're carrying over some traditions
Correct.
from years and years and decades ago,
Yeah.
and then creating them now in our new reality and doing the Christmas remix.
And then we'll create new traditions as
Yeah.
more family members are introduced. I know
That's
I
right.
have I have traditions I want to start when I start a family.
I know.
You know?
That's right.
So I want to wrap it now because we can talk about Christmas for the
All
next 3
day.
hours. But we want to wish you a Merry Christmas. We want to ask you to subscribe, to follow, to share. I know a few of y'all have been watching and loving kind of this progression, so stay tuned. We have a special guest next episode, and we're super duper excited for y'all to meet Grandma. Yes.
The other Shirley.
The other Shirley, Grandma.
My mom.
Yes, who I call the funniest person in the family, so I'm excited for y'all to meet my grandma. But more than that, what do you want to leave them with as they think about traditions? Christmas sometimes can be hard for people, too, because you've lost family members.
Yeah,
And people who perhaps are grieving during the holiday season. We're with you, and
Yeah.
I think
was
it's
just
important.
talking to someone just yesterday about that very thing. She was
Yeah.
telling me her dad had passed away near the Christmas holiday, and it hadn't been the same in the last couple of years. And one of the things that I told her to do, I said, well, then find a way to celebrate him. Celebrate his life, celebrate his memory, and continue all of the traditions that you've been doing, but just have a place there for him as well, too. The other thing I want to just make sure all of you understand is it really is not as much about going out and spending money that you may not have. It's not about going out and buying a bunch of gifts, but it is about family, and it's about love, joy, peace, and it's about creating the kind of memories that will sustain. Some of the things that we talked about, we had gifts around the tree, but more importantly, we had love and we had family, and those are the things that you can never, ever forget.
No.
They don't break.
No.
You don't have to throw them away.
Nope.
These are things that we create. So create a great memory this year as a family.
And we're building the kind of bonds, I think you made that point, that see us through. I'm still pulling on memories from 7 and 8 years old.
Yep.
I don't remember the gift. If you remember, I couldn't remember the gift she got me, but I can remember the things we did together.
That's right.
I can remember the smiles and the laughter, and I can remember how Christmas made me feel growing up.
That's right.
You know, the warmth of the house. And she created an atmosphere of warmth. So maybe that's our encouragement is, what can you do this holiday season to just create an environment that facilitates holiday cheer and goodwill and being kind and listening and being gracious for your family members that are coming in town, that you're spending time with, that maybe you don't see all the time. But how can we really just make Christmas be that much better this year? Because we all need a little extra Christmas love.
And I think because we are women of faith, our family is a family of faith, the most important thing that we never want to forget is the reason for the season is we celebrate Jesus Christ. And so one of the other things that we do, one of the other things that we do is recognize the birth of our Savior, Jesus Christ.
The greatest
and so
gift.
for those of you who do celebrate that, that is one of the most important things that we want to remember and make Jesus the center of all that you do.
All that you do.
Happy holidays to you all.
See you next week. All right?